So the way this works, I will come to you, I will ask if I can work with you, you'll say yes or no. If the answer is no, I'll move on to the next person. I will give you 3-4 bits of evidence. I'll ask you, do you know who that is? Give me a yes, no, maybe. If the answer is yes, I will then give you the message from the loved one. I am not going to tell you that your mother loves you. So if you've come here, if you've come here to get that kind of message, unless there's a reason for that being the message, I won't waste your time. Okay? Can I come to the lady with the glasses and the top? Okay. Got a man coming forward. He looks, and I stress looks, about 70 to 75 when he passed. He's got quite a heavy build. Like you're quite thin. Compared to you, he's very heavy.
Yeah.
No, sorry. It's this lady here I'm working with. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on, so come back to yourself. Okay. So like I say, you're quite small. He's quite heavy as a comparison. Past, and again, I'm looking at him. So it's not him saying he was 70, 75, but me looking at him, he looks in his sort of mid-70s when he passed. He's got darker hair. Like you've got quite grey hair. It's not black hair. It's greying hair, but it's not. It's like dark hair with grey strands in it.
I'm thinking maybe my father.
Don't tell me the relationship, but okay. Well, I was going to say he feels fatherly, but not your father, so you've sort of stopped me from being able to give you that. When he passed, I think he passed quite suddenly. Like that. Now that could be a heart attack. I'm not saying it was a heart attack, but it could be that kind of death. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe?
Maybe.
Okay. He's showing me a dog. So he was a dog lover. Do you have a dog?
I used to.
Right, okay. So he's giving that as validation then. There's a dog. It's a big dog, no? Right, okay. Anybody around you, does any of this make sense? No? Okay, so I'll come back to yourself then. Show me a car. It's quite a big, I know in America you all drive big cars, but so it's not really evidential, but it's a saloon style car, not an SUV style car. No? Okay. Do you drive that kind of car?
Well, can I tell you?
Just yes, no. Right, okay. Okay, I'm going to pull back then, because clearly this is not for yourself.
Right. What is a saloon style car?
I don't know.
A sedan.
A sedan. Okay. Right, okay, so maybe I should have come to you in the first place. No, it's okay. I'll come back to you. So can you recognize the spirit?
Yeah.
Right, okay, apologies. I should have gone to you.
I'm just afraid to call you thin.
Okay. Okay, so are you happy with the spirit?
Yes.
Right. He wants to talk about, can you understand some event coming up where you're sending out invitations?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm not talking like sending out emails. I'm some kind of formal event where you're having, not literally, but, you know, like metaphorically, you're sending out formal invitations. Right. In the near future?
Yeah.
Have the invitations already gone out?
No, not yet.
Okay. Can you understand somebody that you're thinking about not inviting that you think you should invite?
Yes.
Right. Now, I'm not going to, keeping this short, so I mean, I'm not going to get into why you're not inviting this person, but the advice from the spirit is invite them. Don't not invite them because they'll be trapped. You'll cause a rupture if you don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can I leave that with you?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Come back to yourself. I've got somebody coming forward that's got problem that on the other side, when they were alive, had problems with their hands. Maybe numb. My hands are going like that. Does that make sense? Could be arthritis. It's feminine. It's a female. Very, very elderly. A lot older. She looks a lot older than yourself when she's passed. She's still got hair. Like you've got very short hair. No, she's got short hair, but it's quite wavy, quite curly. Do you know who this is?
I think so, yes.
Okay. She wants to talk. Is there somebody alive? This is not somebody that's passed. This is somebody she wants to talk about. Now, it's not diagnosis, so be clear, I'm not diagnosing, but somebody that's had a heart attack. This is just to identify who the person is. Do you know who this person is?
Yes.
Not yourself, though.
No.
Right. Have you been thinking about going to see this person, but you've been hesitating for some reason?
No.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. Is there some reason, have you missed going to see them? Like, you had an appointment to go to see them and for some reason you didn't?
No.
Okay. Is there a distance, a physical distance to go and see this person? She's not letting this go. This is obviously symbolic. Can you understand? Have we got the right person then? Is there somebody else that this could be?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. I've got my hands like this. Are you absolutely sure this couldn't be somebody else? Like maybe somebody religious?
No.
Okay, okay. Can you understand this person not hearing you? Like being deaf?
The person that's alive?
The person that's alive, yes.
Yes.
Right, okay, so my mistake then, I misinterpreted what I was getting. Again, I don't diagnose, but has the person's hearing been getting worse, or has the person not been wearing the hearing aid?
Sometimes.
Ah, okay. Could it be that there's a problem with the hearing aid?
I don't know.
Right. Okay. Go and get the hearing aid, like physically.
This week.
Right. Okay. So it's me that's misinterpreted the message. Apologies. When you go to see this person, get the hearing aid and look at it. There's a problem with it. It might just be simple charging, like or battery. But get the hearing aid, change the battery, make sure it's working.
Okay.
Can I leave you with that?
Yeah.
Can I come to yourself? Okay. Got a masculine spirit coming forward, a lot older than you. Feels fatherly, but doesn't feel like your father. Do me a favour, stand up so I can see you. He's similar height, but sit down, but much heavier build. I'm guessing at his age, but I'm seeing him, I would say late 60s, early 70s. And I get again, he's drawing attention to his hands, big hands. You see the way my hands are going like that? He worked with his hands, or he's very physical with his hands. Does that make sense? Yes. Do you know who I've got?
I think so.
Let's see if we can get just a little bit more evidence for you then. Something about his throat. Towards the end, he had issues speaking. Does that make sense? He found it very difficult to speak. Or you didn't understand. Maybe it was you didn't understand what he was saying towards the end. Can you understand that? No, he's not letting me go over this. Maybe I'm misunderstanding it then. Can you understand like he had a strong voice when he was younger, and then as he's got towards the end, he's got slowly an inability, not an inability to speak, but the voice has got a lot softer. Does that make sense? Okay. I said I don't close eyes. Can you understand him losing the ability to see?
Yes.
Ah, right, okay. So again, my misinterpretation, it was the eyes, it wasn't the voice. So you're happy with who I've got? Okay. Do you like, or do you know somebody that's involved with organ-style music?
I did.
Is that person still alive?
No.
Is there something going on? Has that person passed recently?
More recently.
Right. Now, this is not the spirit I've got forward. It's still the same person. Is there an issue with the estate that this person has left? Something legal?
Yep.
Have you been hesitating to get legal advice? Or have you got the legal advice?
Yes.
Is there something about the legal advice you don't like? Let's put it that way.
No.
Okay. Go back and look at the advice that you've got. Or look at the paperwork. Is it paperwork that you've had drawn up?
No.
Right. So is it advice about paperwork?
Yes.
Right. Maybe think about getting a second opinion. Because there's something about the advice that just doesn't feel right. Can I leave you with that?
Yes.
Can I come to the woman with yourself?
Right here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Look at the way I've got my hands going up to my face. Can you understand somebody that used to do this all the time? Used to sit like this? A man. In spirit, obviously. Get the feeling he's a blood relation because the hair looks very much like yours. Except it's the same colour. But it's shorter. That makes sense?
Well, I'm thinking gray.
Yeah, but the same shade of grey. Let's put it that way. He wears his glasses like... I wear my glasses the same way you wear your glasses. He wears his glasses the same way. He's drawing attention to that.
Sometimes.
Like, he's making me put my glasses like this. Sometimes makes sense because he wants me to do that again. Age-wise, quite elderly. At least he looks quite elderly. Best guess, late 70s, early 80s. But that's me interpreting the way he looks. He might look older than he actually is, if that makes sense.
81.
Yeah, so early 80s. Okay, spot on then. Happy with who I've got?
Pardon?
Are you happy with who I've got? Okay. Can you understand something to do with an ivory jewellery box? Now, this may be symbolic because my mother had an ivory jewellery box. So, okay, let's take it as symbolism.
No.
Have you got your mother's jewellery?
Not really.
Who's got your mother's jewellery then?
Well, she didn't really have any.
He's not going to let me off with that. There is some jewellery. Okay, let's rephrase that. A piece of jewellery. Can you understand a necklace that your mother left you? Or somebody's got a necklace that was your mother's. No, he's not letting this go.
Okay.
It's a silver chain with a pendant at the end of the chain. A sort of open, you know the thing that you open up and it's got a photo inside it? A locket, yes, a locket. A locket on a chain. Did your mother have a locket on a chain?
Not that I know of.
Well, there is a locket on a chain.
My husband's daughter has one with his ashes in it.
Ah,
locket with his ashes.
Okay.
Chain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's what she's talking about. Sorry, I just took it. How old is your daughter?
My stepdaughter is 55.
Okay, so we're not talking about a child. No, okay. There's something going on with the pendant. I don't know what it is, but the man, I take it this is somebody different, like the ashes are a different person. Right, okay. There's something that your daughter-in-law is not doing or is being careless with the pendant.
Okay.
Just have a word with her.
Okay.
See if you can just directly ask her where the pendant is. Make sure it's insured, make sure it's safe. Just the obvious, tick the boxes. Can I leave you with that?
Yes, thank you.
Right. Can I come to this woman here with the black hair and the green top, the greenish top?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, you may.
Okay, sorry, let me put my glasses on because you're outside my visual range. Okay. Have you got connections to a man in spirit? I'm not going to say he was Scottish, but he's got some kind of Scottish connection.
I believe it's a guide of mine. I've been told that before.
Yeah, it's a very vague. I'm not getting a lot of it. I'm not getting a direct tie-in to.
Is it the red hair?
No, but I'm seeing a cartoon. The minute you said that, he's showing me I'm like a cartoon Scotsman. So yeah, that makes sense. I'm not getting any evidence to say, you know, he was this and he was that. So that would tie in with it being a guide. Have you ever been to Scotland yourself?
No, I have not.
Have you got plans to go there?
No.
Have you got plans to go somewhere abroad that could be geographically like? I don't mean location-wise. I mean looking like. You know, the highlands, the hills, the mountains. Are you planning a trip to some place like that in the near future?
No.
Well, that's what he's showing me.
Yeah, great.
I'd love to go.
Okay, right. So let's rephrase. Right. So let's rephrase it. It's you want to go to.
Yes, I'm very interested in the country, in the history.
Is it specifically Scotland or is it another geographic location?
No, Scotland is very important.
Right. I'm going to ask you a direct question because this is too vague and I want to be specific. Where and why?
It's really just the history, along with the Great Britain history.
Stop. Does the year 1745 have anything to do with the history?
1745. It would.
Right. Right, stop. Are you Catholic?
I was raised that way.
Right, stop. Do you have, when you're thinking about this, do you have any interest in Perthshire? Now, does that mean anything to you? Perthshire. Right, okay. I don't know why, but that's an area of Scotland that he's showing me that you have to go to. The city of Perth, it's a small town on the east coast. Where Edinburgh is, it's about an hour's drive north. Very small, very beautiful, very scenic. It's not quite the Highlands, but it's like the stepping stone into the Highlands, if that makes sense. I don't know why. He's not giving me any details. Go look at your family history. Have you traced your ancestors?
We thought they were Scottish, but my grandmother swore that her grandmother was Irish.
Well, you see, that's where there's a lot of confusion. Because round about the 1745, we had the Highland clearances, and the vast majority of them were shipped here. But a lot of them went to Ireland, and that's where the troubles, I asked you if you were Catholic, that's where a lot of the modern troubles between the Protestants and the Catholics. The Protestants were Scottish, and that's where a lot of trouble started. So she may very well be right, she may very well be Ireland, but when you start looking into it, you might find that they come from Scotland.
Okay.
So go do the research. And as I say, look out for the city of Perth, for the area of Perthshire.
Okay.
I'll leave you with that.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Can I come to yourself, woman with the glasses and the long hair? Yes?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. Can you take a child in spirit?
Pardon?
Can you take a child in spirit?
Oh,
A child in spirit.
Do you know a child in spirit?
No.
Can you understand a miscarriage of about 7.5 to 8 years ago? Or is there somebody close to you that you can understand that had a miscarriage in that sort of time frame? Very specific, 7-8 years.
Yeah, I could.
Close to you?
Not real close.
But could you speak to her?
Yes.
Tell her I've got a boy, like I say, 7-8 years old, being looked after by a woman who's got very golden hair. She's quite elderly. I would say she's a grandmother style figure. For some reason, the woman has got a trauma or upset about losing the baby. Like she hasn't got fully over it. It's just, I don't have a message from the child. The child's far too young. It's just the mother that's bringing the child forward and asking you if you could please let the woman know that her son is growing up, very healthy, very happy. Ask her if she feels the child playing around her in the house. And she's got, maybe that's it, maybe it's just that she's got self-doubt. Just let her know that it is real. Does she have another child, a younger girl? Right. Has the younger girl been talking about a friend? A play friend? An imaginary friend?
I would have to ask.
Yeah. Just ask her, and if the answer is yes, let her know that was her son. Can I leave that with you?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Can I come to yourself, the woman with the glasses and the grey hair and the green top?
Thank you.
Hello. Can you take a man, very elderly, he died in a hospital, or he was in a wheelchair? Now, I'm seeing what I call an NHS wheelchair, which doesn't mean anything to you. It's just a style of wheelchair that we use in our hospitals. So he may have been in a wheelchair, or he may have just passed in a hospital. But I think he was bedridden in the hospital. I don't think it was like an emergency, take him to the hospital and he passed. Maybe. He's very elderly, very, very weak. You know, he's been getting very, very ill before he passed. I don't know what the significance of this is. It may be the colour of the room he was in or the colour of the hospital room, but he's showing me a sort of very horrible shade of sort of blue-green sheet. It may be symbolic. He's bald, or very close to, he's got hair, but very balding.
I understand.
You happy with who it is? Right. Can you understand, I don't know what the relationship is to you, but a younger man, very much younger, if he's a relationship, it's a grandchild level, or nephew, or great-nephew. Okay, he's about 20 to 25. He works with engines, or he likes working with engines and cars. Maybe not a relation, maybe somebody close, like around you, somebody that you know of.
20, 25 years old.
Now remember, it's me that, I'm seeing a picture of him, so it's me that's guessing the age. He's certainly not 35, let's put it that way. Mid-20s, it's my best guess at what I'm being shown.
Maybe.
Right. Has he been coughing recently?
I don't know.
Has he been drinking recently?
I don't
going to be very diplomatic here. Do some investigation. Can I leave you with that?
Yes.
But be very diplomatic.
Okay.
But it is going to get out of hand if he's not. And it's not you that has to. Can you understand a father-like figure that's got a relationship with him that you also know?
Yes. All of a sudden it clicked. Thank
Right.
you. Yes, I understand.
Can I leave you with that?
Thank you.
Can you come to yourself? Glasses on the head, long hair? Yeah, yes. Okay. This is going to be my last message and I'm going to start handing over. Can you understand somebody from Australia in spirit? Someone that died, either somebody that lived in Australia or somebody that went to Australia or somebody that went on holidays to Australia, but some sort of association with Australia. Or a kangaroo, because that's what I'm seeing. Literally, I'm seeing a kangaroo. Does that mean something to you?
No.
Right, okay. Do you have a television program for children called Skippy the Kangaroo? Go about 50 years ago.
Captain Kangaroo.
Right.
He wasn't a kangaroo. He was a person. Right.
But can you understand a children's program, somebody that used, as a child, used to watch a program of, maybe it's just Australia, because it's a children's program from the UK that I'm being shown. Think back to your childhood. Somebody that you knew as a child, who's now in spirit. So you would know them as a boy, they're now a man. Somebody that you've grown apart with, you know, you haven't kept in touch with, but what they're showing me is a children's program. Forget the Australia bit, just think back to your childhood. Somebody, a boy, that as you grew older, you didn't, you still would know that they had passed, but you weren't in sort of regular contact with. He's not even showing me a physical description, so it's somebody that you haven't seen.
I don't know.
Okay. The boy used to play with red cars, toy cars, when you were a girl. Okay. Hands up, everybody that hasn't had a reading then. Can I come to yourself? Yes. Can you take a man in spirit that used to wear a cloth cap and he wore a check shirt very similar to this? Age-wise, I don't think he's mega old. Older than me, I'm about 60, so 60, 65.
Yeah.
Past some sort of heart attack. It might not be a heart attack, but something in the chest, like that.
Yeah.
Happy with who I've got?
Yes.
You got a boyfriend just now or a partner? You looking for one? Right. Are you aware of a man who you know? He works in a shop, but he's not a shopkeeper. That doesn't make any sense. He either owns the shop or he works in the shop. But like I say, he's not behind the counter.
Yeah.
Have you had thoughts about him?
Yeah.
Well, basically, have more than thoughts. Go and introduce yourself. I mean, I know you know him, but be a little bit, get up and go. You know how there's soulmates out there for us?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't act, you're going to lose your soulmate.
Okay.
Can I leave you with that?
Yeah.
Who else hasn't had a reading? Come to yourself.
Yes.
Hi there. Woman in spirit, in a wheelchair before she passed. She wasn't in a wheelchair all her life, but before she passed, I don't know time scale, maybe a couple of months, maybe longer than that, but she's definitely in a wheelchair. We're going way back. Go back to your childhood. She's not a close relation, but you are around her, you know who she is. Like a friend of the family, as opposed to a member of the family. I'm seeing her in a hairnet. You know, the really old-fashioned style hairnets. Hair's all bunched up and she's got this net on top of it. Can you take the name Claudette?
No.
Or C? It sounds definitely a C, like claw something. Okay, anybody else around here, like maybe the row in front, can you recognise who this woman is? Sorry. Right, Debbie, I'm going to pull back because I'm not going to give you, I know you too well. Okay, I'll come back to you. Who over here hasn't had a reading? Can I come to yourself?
Yes.
Can you take a man in spirit with the name Peter or Pete?
Maybe.
Okay. Heavy smoker.
Yes.
I mean, really heavy smoker.
Yes.
To the point where I'm not saying he died of lung cancer, but his health deteriorated all round because of the cigarettes.
Yes.
Do you know, are you happy with who I've got?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you happy with who I've got?
Yes.
Right. Do you go to some kind of club or social activity? I'm not saying you're going dancing, but there's something like dance music or dance activities involved in this social activity. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Have you been thinking about giving it up
Yes.
because of health?
No.
I'm going to ask you a direct question because obviously we're running out of time. Why have you been thinking about giving it up?
Because of certain people that were there, but then they resigned and I stayed on.
Okay, so why would that? I mean, it's a rhetorical question given what you've just told me, because that's what I'm getting. There's no reason for you to give it up because they've gone, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
So smile, cheer up, enjoy yourself.
Not leaving, no.
That's what I mean. So you're not. So stop thinking about leaving. Can I leave you with that?
Yes.
Right. Back to yourself. This is somebody who's got a very strong association with Hogmanay. Do you all know what Hogmanay is? Right, this is the Scottish tradition that you all celebrate calling the New Year, but we call it Hogmanay. It's bigger in Scotland than it is. So we're talking some sort of association with New Year's Eve. They've either passed at New Year's Eve or it's somebody that you always met or saw at New Year's Eve. It's a man. He wears glasses. Completely, you've got quite round glasses. Put my own glasses on. You've got sort of round-shaped lenses. His are not squares, but they're more squarish.
Okay. Think.
Okay. It's not somebody that's close to you, because I'm finding it very difficult to get any specifics to tie him down. But something about New Year's Eve. He's either died at New Year's Eve or you've always seen him at New Year's Eve. Or something happened at New Year's Eve that has stuck in your head. Does that make sense? Again, something about the eyes. I suddenly want to close my eyes. So he's either gone blind or... No, he's making me put my hands up over my eyes like that. So something about this man that you ignored. Like there was something about him that you just ignored. You didn't face. Like an open family secret that nobody... Sorry.
I don't want to steal her message, but I think you have my dad.
Okay, so I'll come back to you. That's not impossible, because that's okay, because I'm... Right, so you can understand everything I've given you.
Told me he had a stroke, but there's also a huge secret as well.
Right, okay. I knew there was something that I didn't want to go into. Right. Can you understand, all of a sudden, I want to put my arms like this and cross them. I don't know if it's physical or symbolic, but can you understand something going on just now? I think it's symbolic. I think you're sitting like this, defensively. Does that make sense? Is it a woman that you're defending yourself against?
Yeah,
She's being...
his abuser.
Say again?
Abuser. His abuser.
His abuser. Right. And she's still alive.
No.
She's in spirit. Now, we've moved into the message, so forget about her for a minute. This is just symbolic. Is there something going on in your life just now that you're being very defensive about or towards? Something that's very personal. Right, so I'm going to be very careful here about what I say. Have you been to the authorities about this?
Yes.
Are they doing enough?
No. Not at all.
No, do you want to come and see me afterwards?
Sure.
Right. So, come back yourself. Come back yourself. Okay. Somebody, when they were alive, who rode a motorcycle. Yeah. Obviously male.
Not obviously, but yes.
Yeah. Sorry, to me... it's funny you should say that, but I was going to get something about this man that felt feminine. Something not obvious. I'm not saying he was gay or anything like that. Just something about him that you would know about. Did he use a brush to comb to brush his hair?
Yes.
Yeah, like a lady's brush. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because there was like 5 of us in the house.
Yeah, understood, right. So you know who I'm talking about then? Right. Can you understand just now something going on about a chimney stack?
I'm sorry, what?
Like a chimney. You know, like a coal fire that has a chimney.
Yeah.
Is there something going on just now about a chimney that needs some work done that you're, or something, maybe it's just a discussion about a chimney. Does that make sense to you? Mm-hmm. Can you understand a chimney in a property?
We just took one down.
Ah, right. Okay, so the chimney came down then. Is everything finished about it, or is there still work going on?
Nope, it's finished.
No, there's something unresolved about the chimney.
Okay.
I don't think it's physical. Like, I don't think you have to go back and rebuild the chimney or clear it up. But there's something, can you understand something legal to do with the property involving the chimney coming down?
I'm her daughter, so I'm putting 2 and 2 together. I get it, yeah.
So right, can I bring the two of you into this then? Right, so you understand what I'm talking about? Have you taken legal advice about this?
We've talked about it, but we haven't actually.
Get a lawyer.
Okay.
Just seriously, go, even if it's just for peace of mind, just get a lawyer to finish this up. Can I leave that with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Explain it to her. Yeah.
Okay. So, have we missed anybody? Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for everybody.